We woke where gulls stitched silver in the harbor, where ropes sang salt and barrels thumped the stone. Spice on the wind and coins inside our ledgers, 100 hearts and none would walk alone. The tallyman clicked shells into his ledger, the baker wrapped a moon of sesame bread. The youngest mule kicked laughter at the wave shore, the old guard tied a red scarf round his head. Rumors said the dunes can sing if you learn the patient art. Step by step a humble thing, yet each step retunes the heart. On we go beyond the dunes, where the sky turns copper blue, where a jug of shade is wealth, where a song can carry you. Tie the bells on every beast, let the steady beat be true. On we go beyond the dunes, and the road will carry you. The sun drew circles bright as hammered brass, the air rippled like a veil of glass. We walked the swell of dunes like sleeping whales, our footprints riding gentle wavering tales. A merchant whispered prayers to cool his wine, an herbalist crushed mint to cut the brine. A soldier told a joke with sand-dry eyes, and laughter rose like starlings for the skies. Water in the skin, shade in the mind, the next smile kinder, the last smile kind. Follow the bell and the blue horizon line. Carry the tray, carry the time. Green shattered out of gold like sudden joy, a palm's thin shadow stitched upon the soil. We washed the road from cheek and brow and tongue, and children hummed the chorus we had sung. An elder poured us cups of leaf and spice. There's a cost to every comfort, pay it twice. We paid with stories, coins and courtesy, and left a lute string strung from palm to tree. At night we camped with braziers low and slow. The sand kept cool secrets we did not know. Stars like nail holes in the blacksmith's door, wind like a reader turning pages of lore. Someone asked, how far is the end of the road? I said, as far as the heart can carry its load. Someone asked, what purchase outlasts the sun? Kindness, we answered, and a well-sung run. We go beyond the dunes, where the sky turns copper blue, where a jug of shade is wealth, where a song can carry you. Tie the bells on every beast, let the steady beat be true. On we go beyond the dunes. We reached a city gate of lion stone, its copper doors engraved with grain and throne. Trumpets braided with the hawkers' cries, banners fluttered like impatient sighs. A clerk declared a toll on songs and jokes, the crowd demanded proofs from foreign folks. So we tuned the lute to smug official keys, and played until his ledger fell to breathe. He stamped our scrolls with a trembling hand, exempt he stammered, by decree of bind. We go beyond the dunes, into alleys sweet with dyes, past a cook who fries the noon, past a scribe who nets the skies. Buy a cup of copper sun, trade a tale that never lies. On we go beyond the dunes, where the far new valley lies.
Our guide unrolled the map with grave intent, explaining passes springs the angels bent. A camel blinked with philosophic grace, then ate the root right off the parchment's face. We learned anew the ancient travel art. Walk by wind, ask sky, and trust your heart. The guide invented swears in 3 strange tongues. We rhymed them all and turned them into puns. The road grew ribbed with roots and hidden stones. The river braided silver through the bones of hills that kept their winter in the shade, where every echo answered what we played. We traded dates for wool and copper nails. We traded songs for lodgings on the trails. We stitched our names into a traveler's tree, then shouldered dawn like solemn company. Breathe in the pine, breathe out the heat. Snow dust kisses the caravan feet. Spice in our packs, summer in thread. Embers of deserts in winter's bed. The sky drew near like a trusted friend, saying, walk steady, the climb will end. We placed each step where the old paths showed, and felt the rhythm inside the road. Some turned back to keep a promise made. Some waited on a ridge for weather's fade. We tied our plans with patient steady knots, and shared the guard of thinking, careful thoughts. The wind rehearsed our modest human part, brushed our sleeves, revised the map of heart. We wed a live where the finger is sound made hardy ours, like a clistor thin. Down into valleys where 10 tongues meet, where markets dance like 100 feet. We set our booths, we trimmed our cloth, we weighed new coins with an honest oath. A baker named the price of yellow pears, a potter told the moral of his wares. Clay can crack if fired by haste. Let patience glaze, let care give taste. We played a jig for a jeweler's stall, and the smallest child danced most of all.
What is the end of a caravan road?
When the song you carry is lightened of load.
What is the wealth of a faraway land?
A face that softens when it meets your hand.
What is the map when the camel has dined?
The constellations you keep in your mind. And on we go beyond the dunes, through the smoke of evening bread, past the stories vendors weave, past the crimson lantern spread. Trade the copper for a smile, trade a prayer for decent bed. On we go beyond the dunes, where tomorrow rides ahead. We came at last to roofs that felt like kin, to doors that knew our knock and let us in. But every wall looked different to the sight of eyes that carried mountain sand and night. We brewed a tea from herbs we learned to trust. We shook the shoes and poured a little dust into a jar. We labeled miles and grace, then set it on a shelf in pride of place. Drink to the springs that found us dry, sing to the winds that taught us why. Keep what you carry, leave what you must. Write your name gently in traveling dust. So here we sit where crackling shadows play, and ask the fire to edit memories clay. The clerk became a patron of our art. The guide now sells uneaten maps by cart. The camel wiser than a scholar's shelf, and I the bard, I'm slightly myself. If distance were a fabric, we have sewn a quilt of places we now call our own.
On we go beyond the dunes, though tonight the stools are warm. Every journey sleeps in song, safe from worry, safe from storm. Raise a cup to roads ahead, raise a grin to roads we've worn. On we go beyond the dunes,
where new mornings will be born. For the porter who mended the splintered crate, for the weaver who sang to soften the weight, for the mule who carried the extra load, for the friend who taught a kinder road, for the child who learned our traveling tune, for the moon that made the sand a lagoon. If you ask the map for more, it will oblige. If you ask your feet for truth, they will confide. May your water skin be honest, your ledger fair, and may you find a welcome everywhere.
on we go beyond the dune, on we go beyond the dune.
And the road